This is how to actually make hard beats in 2024. If you guys have been wondering how industry producers make their beats hit hard and get their melodies to slap, then make sure you watch to the end. I'm gonna be breaking it down step by step and showing y'all lots of sauce and tips throughout the video. So enough talking, let's just get right into it. All right, so the first step of making hard beats is pretty much everyone knows this, but you really need high quality sounds. You need high quality drum samples, and if you make loops and melodies, then you need high quality VSTs and plugins as well. Now that doesn't mean you have to buy Omnisphere and have every contact bank out there, because a lot of it determines on how you use the plugins and the VSTs, as well as your mixing on the drums. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to contact and I'm gonna just use a piano. Now I'm just gonna use a piano. Of course, you guys can use FL Keys, Spitfire Labs piano, literally any piano. The one I'm gonna go for is Noir. I really like how this one sounds. Now I'm gonna choose one of the midis in my Sinister multi-kit, which is a free multi-kit, by the way. And I like this pattern here. And this part is especially crucial, especially if you're trying to be unique with your samples. Now, unfortunately, there really aren't any free alternatives to this. There may be some free patcher presets or just some cheaper alternatives. For example, Backmask here. This plugin right here is one of the best plugins I've used, especially for the price. What's cool about this company is that they let you steal it. I think this plugin is about $30, but they also give you an option to pay less than $30, and they call it steal still, and you're still able to get it simply because they still want you to support it, even if they know maybe you're not in the place to do so, which is really, really awesome on their part. So let's just use this real quick on the melody. That is crazy. Now from here, if you want to make your loop a lot more full, then I definitely recommend using respaces. That always adds a lot of more low end to your melodies and loops. Now another thing I deeply recommend adding to your beats, especially if you want the drops to hit 20 times harder, is using a piano bass. These always add a lot more dark tension to your beats and just make them sound crazy full. I think I might change the root notes, to be honest, on this. Now next up on the melody, I really want to add Illusion, probably one of the best pedal emulators that are plugins out there. Seriously, this one's so crazy. Oh my gosh, look at that, look at that. And if I'm here, you could even dial it up with the filter, with all this good stuff right here. And next up, I'm just gonna add some reverb on this. Next up, I'm gonna add some Portal. Try to see if we can create some unique stuff in here. I'm gonna go to the Sinister multi-kit. Now next up, I want to add a violin in there. If you guys don't have any access to any violin VSTs, I do have some string phrases in the multi-kit, or you guys could use some one-shots, or if you guys use FL, there's also some free FL strings in there. And these are all time stretched, by the way, so they're all fit on the grid. I really like this part right here. Now next up, I'm right here. If you guys want to have a part B section, especially for like a verse, what you could do with the main melody is literally just right click, make unique, and then go to Stretch Pro and just mess around with the Stretch Pro knob right here. This basically just keeps the audio file in key while still being able to mess around with its pitch or bring it up an octave. Or you can even go in between minus 600 cents. Now next up, if you guys don't have many ideas, one good way to combat that is using accents and phrases. Accents and phrases are great tools to use to get inspirations and ideas from. So I'm gonna choose some accents here. Now this has a low one, so I'm gonna just remove that. Now I really want to make a custom violin pattern here, so I'm gonna go to Museo, which I actually just got recently. So I'm gonna go to the dark cello right here, make it louder. So now here we got our idea. Next up, which is probably the most crucial part of the beat, is the drums. Now the drums are a make it or break it type scenario, especially if you're using them in your beats. You gotta make sure they're slapping. I remember when I was first starting out and I thought I made the craziest beat ever, and I actually flipped a Dragon Ball Z sample and tried to make it into like a dark trap beat, and I thought I was crazy. But then I showed one of my friends and he got so disappointed when he heard the beat drop. And let's just say I really don't want to feel that feeling ever again, you know. But that's the most important part of your beat. It's the drums. Now I'm sure you guys are using some sort of pack from your favorite producer, whether it's from Producer Grind, Max Shooter, Cymatics. You'd want to use a kit that's consistent and the drums already hitting hard so that you don't have to do any post-processing to them. And so if you guys are looking for free drum kits, I have a free drum kit in my Discord. Absolutely insane. You guys can also download a whole bunch of other free drum kits out there, like all the Lunch 77 drum kits. Cymatics has a ton of free drum kits and sample packs out there. Producer Grind as well. So many producers have free drum kits that you guys can use. And don't worry, I'm also going to show you how you can literally make any 808, literally any 808 sound crazy hard with literally 2 knob turns. Now let me show you the sauce on how to make your 808s crazy hard. So this 808 right here, this one's crazy. Now all you gotta do is literally 2 knob turns. Now this is within FL only. I don't really know Ableton, or you could do the same thing in some other way. All you gotta do, click the little wrench, the little effects target knob, and then right here the boost and EQ. Literally all you gotta move is a little boost, a little EQ. Now of course you can do however much, but you really do not have to do that much. Literally 2 or 3%, 5% max pretty good. Now it really depends on the 808 too. If the 808 is super flat, then you can really boost it up. Each 808 will have its own on these knobs, but essentially you just move those knobs to fine tune it, and this is literally how you make your 808s crazy hard. So this is how it sounds like, and this is with it. Let's put the boost up. That's how it sounds like regular. Literally just move the boost up, EQ up. Now, one of the tips I need to give you guys is that on the transitions and the drops, make sure that you're executing them as best as you can. Now, really, it's pretty simple. Just have like 1 or 2 effects on there, so you really don't have to do it too crazy. So I pretty much only do this reverse sweep, and it's pretty much all I do. You could add a crash. The accents are pretty much what I play on the drop. This one right here, and then the baked as fuck one. Now, if you think some transitions are a little harsh, my camera died, that's fine. We're still going to complete the video. Now, I forgot to add some rolls, but you want to make sure you also take advantage of hi-hat rolls. Just makes the beat a lot more crazier. So what you could do is just highlight one that you want, and depending on the length of the note will determine how many rolls there are. And I use Alt+U function. So right here I want some rolls, so I'm just put Alt+U, and you get the choppa. And here with this knob, you can essentially just choose how many chops you want in the note. And then what you can also do is when it's highlighted, mess around with the velocity. Now with the mixing, a lot of it, not most of it, is really just leveling and panning. As you can see here, I have pretty much all these sounds in different levels. You can pretty much just do this as you're making the beat. That's pretty much all it is to it. This is just for the mixing beats. I'm not like mastering and all that good stuff where you're like compressing and all that. All I have on the master chain is literally a soft clipper. It's pretty much all you need. And of course, if you have some harsh frequencies, you EQ that out. Especially with the melodies, you also want to pan some to the left and some to the right, especially if you have a lot playing at the same time. You want to spread out the frequencies. Dude, I keep looking at the camera even though it's dead, but that's pretty much it. If you guys really want an in-depth guide on mixing and just FL Studio, and pretty much want me to make like a FL Studio starter video or something, let me know. I got so much sauce for that. If y'all want to join the Discord, there's a Discord down below. It's a free drum kit and also free multi-kit in there. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, I'm on the Cymatics channel. Let's go. Pretty cool opportunity. I'm super grateful. And let's just hope your boy don't mess up, you know. But that's pretty much it. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions down below in the comments. I'll see you boys in the next one. Deuce.